अन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. I've been hearing that you're having this festival, Shravanotsav hearing festival for 5 days. You've been hearing different speakers on different topics. And today we are going to understand the greatness of Krishna, God, how great he is. We all hear this word. We have been hearing this from our childhood. God is great. How great, no one knows. But we have just been saying like this. So first of all, we should understand why this topic, how great is God? What is the need of this topic for us to understand? Understanding the greatness of God helps us develop a proper perspective of his majesty. So when you understand how great the God is, that is why when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we first have to understand his greatness before we go to his sweetness in 10th canto. So it helps us develop a proper perspective of his majesty. And it also reminds us that he is above all and worthy of our worship and adoration. That's the word, no, Lord. Why should we worship him unless we understand his greatness? At the same time, recognizing God's greatness also humbles us, makes us very humble as we realize our own limitations and we realize the need to rely on him for everything. There are people who says, I don't need God in my life. But they should read Bhagavad Gita. Because in Gita, Krishna says, you cannot even digest your food without his energy, without his mercy, without his powers. So we have to rely on him completely. Once we understand his greatness, it actually allows us to understand our limitations. It also encourages us to approach him with awe and reverence. And ultimately, it allows us to love him. Devotional life, bhakti, is not being afraid of God. Like many places, when you get some biodata of some person, especially when you're getting married, and then you get some biodata of a person, and there it's written about the mother, she's a God-fearing lady. We write like this, right? And people take pride in writing like this, God-fearing lady. Why should we fear God? We should be God-loving person, not God-fearing person. So, because many times when people come to Krishna, people come to God, why do they come? What are the reasons? The first reason for people to come to God is to fulfill their desires. We have so many desires. Oh, Krishna, I want this. Krishna, I want that. That's why we come. The second reason is because of fear. We are very fearful and we feel that, okay, if I don't go to God, something will happen, so let's go to God. That's a fear factor. Third reason is person goes to God out of a sense of duty. Okay, my father was going, everyone in my family is going, let me also go. Out of a sense of duty. Very rare that people come to Krishna out of love. So when you understand his greatness in reality, then it allows us to love him. So that is why understanding his greatness is a very important thing. And the word great, it shows various meanings for God. One is it describes that God is having a superior character quality. Sometimes it indicates that God is unsurpassed. Nobody can be compared to him. He has great power. He can save everyone. Or sometimes that he's so great that he's above all, nobody is equal to him. Or he's so great because he created everything. So whatever exists is actually creation and he is the creator. So he's beyond all this. He's bigger. He cannot be confined by time or space. All these things we discuss when we talk about his greatness. Yes, definitely. But is that the real greatness of God? Let us try to understand in today's seminar that what is real greatness. Yes, there is greatness of God in creation. Like, when you look up in the sky and see the vastness of the sky, universe, and so many things, we are reminded of God's greatness. There are countless stars, galaxies, and so many other things. When you go to Srimad Bhagavatam, start understanding this cosmology, you become bewildered. Even after reading it, you don't understand. Just imagine how he might have created it. So yes, that is definitely the greatness of God when he creates. Or when you look at the life, the complexities of life. See, just a flower. What kind of colors have been given in that? A small creature. Krishna creates everything so perfectly, even a mosquito. For us to fly the planes, it requires so much of headache. Krishna has, mosquitoes flying everywhere. And if they need fueling, that also system is there. Go to the humans, sit down there and just do the fueling and go back. Everything is arranged for so that's we see how he has arranged. Not only that, the system, the order in the universe. Like we need oxygen for breathing. Now it's already provided. There are trees who are emitting oxygen and we take that. So all that system, who thought about it? One time I was giving a class in a college and one student asked me that I see that you don't respect scientists. Do you think it's an easy thing for scientists? It takes a lot of efforts to discover so many things. They have discovered X-rays, they have discovered this, and it takes a lot of an effort. So why you all don't appreciate? And I told him, very, very good what you have said. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you for saying this. That to discover so many things requires so much of energy, so much of intelligence. But then I asked him, don't you think if just to discover what is already there, you require a lot of intelligence, a lot of energy. Then what to talk of creating it? Why don't we think about the person who has created it? Why give credit only to the scientists? Yes, we give credit to scientists, they have discovered something, but we give the credit to Krishna, to God, who has created all this. So, yeah, when we look around us, we can understand the greatness of God. At the same time, the gift of grace that He gives, the mercy which He gives. So there are a lot of things which we can talk about greatness, greatness of His majesty, greatness of His holiness, greatness of His eternality, greatness of His mercy. He is very pure. No one is as pure as God. He is great in that sense. But for most people, especially those who are demoniac, Krishna's greatness hides his sweetnesses. Say, for example, when Krishna went as a peace messenger to Duryodhana before the Mahabharat war, so he tried speaking, he tried that the war should not happen. But then Duryodhana did not agree. And then Duryodhana tried to arrest Krishna. And then Krishna showed the universal form, the giant, great universal form. And then everyone was stunned to see that. So they could not see Krishna's sweetness, but they were amazed to see Krishna's greatness. Whereas for the devotees, Krishna's greatness gives way to his sweetness. So they don't, yes, they appreciate Krishna's greatness, but then they are attracted to Krishna's sweetness. So Krishna's sweetness actually surpasses his greatness. Like his love surpasses the laws he has made. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, after speaking about so much about dharma throughout the chapters of Bhagavad Gita, in the end he says, Sarva dharman parityajya mami ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshishyami ma shucha. So don't worry. Give up all varieties of religion. Just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. He has promised that. So what is that? That is mercy. So there is justice and there is mercy. When we talk about the laws of nature, if you have performed certain things, you're bound to get certain reaction. This is called justice. But when we talk about Krishna, when he says, just surrender unto me and I will take care of everything, that is called mercy. Like, in our country also, in India, there is a system of mercy. Suppose somebody has been punished and given a punishment by Supreme Court of India that this person has committed a murder and he is supposed to be hanged till death. That's given. And if you just write a petition, it's called mercy petition to the President of India. And if President of India signs it, nobody has the power in the country to ask the President, how dare you leave a murderer? He was supposed to be hanged. No, but he has the power. So if in such a small country, this could be there, why not it can happen with Krishna? So when we write mercy petition to Krishna, through the devotion, then what happens is his mercy takes over, the justice. That is why never complain that, oh, Krishna did not do justice to me. Because if you do justice, then you will be in trouble. But Krishna always showers mercy. So that is his greatness. So glorifying Krishna, we should glorify Krishna. If you glorify Krishna 24 hours a day, it's not sufficient to cover his glories. Krishna's glories are so unlimited. Suppose you have unlimited number of reporters writing an infinite number of stories about his activities, teaching, qualities. They could never in all eternity even come close to, scratching the surface of what glories he has. That is Krishna's glories. But at the same time, Krishna becomes very accessible. He has made us so readily available. Let's talk about that mercy, that greatness which Krishna has, that in spite of being such a elevated, such a great, such a personality of who has created everything, he still is available to us in the form of deity, in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, in the form of Bhagavad Gita, in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. We can access him. We can associate with him. Like when we talk about the deity form, deity is not an ordinary, we should say, just a form of the Lord or just an idol, as they say. No. It is said that Krishna expands himself into various forms. He expands into Vyuha forms, he expands into Antaryami forms, he expands into Avatar forms, so many different forms. But all the powers he gives in the deity form for us to interact, for us to access his mercy. And same thing with the Mahamantra. It is said, Nama Chintamani Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, Nitya Mukto. It is non-different from Krishna. Abhinnatvam Nama Naminaha. That is the name of Krishna. And he has given all the powers, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti, all the powers in that. So that is Krishna. And his glories, what can we know? Even the demigods do not know their glories. It is said, and Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada writes, that once the demigods were observing Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda walking on the streets of Navadvip. So they were in the heaven and they were watching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu walking on the streets of Navadvip. They thought they were seeing two moons. So because of this, they mistook their own heavenly abodes as earth and earth as heavenly planet. Like when we are on earth, we see moon on top and then we know, okay, that is heavenly planet. So they were in the heavenly planet, they were seeing two moons on the street, so they misunderstood. They thought, okay, maybe we are on earth and that is heavenly planet. And they were just thinking, how is it possible? Two moons at the same time together, never before. How is it possible? So someone was saying, let me tell you, one of them is the original, the other is a reflection. The other said, no, the son takes after the father in all respects. So one is the father moon, the other is the sun moon. So it all started like that. But then they could not understand. They could not describe the glories. Demigods also get bewildered. In fact, Vedas are inadequate to fully describe Krishna's glories. So if a devotee can fully understand and appreciate even one pastime, one quality or one instruction of the Lord, that will be sufficient for him being delivered. That is the greatness of Krishna. He is fully competent. He is completely manifested even in the slightest portion of his unlimited glories. So we don't have to know everything about Krishna. And that is not possible. Even Krishna does not know everything about him. How is it possible? We can say, oh, Krishna is all-knowing. He should know everything. Yes, he is. But his glories are unlimited, expanding it every second. So that he also doesn't know what are his glories. So if God doesn't know his glories, how can we fully understand his glories? So what we hope, we simply have to understand whatever we can about him to get out enough to know, to get out of this material world. That is sufficient. So now what we are trying to do, the topic is greatness, how great it is. So let us understand this word great in terms of Krishna's greatness. So this word great is spelled as Great. So let's understand this, how great Krishna is through this word great. So the first letter for the word great is glorious. G. G stands for glorious. Krishna's glories are unlimited and ever expanding. All the scriptures are singing his praise. Bhagavad Gita says, "Na me vidu suragana prabhavam na maharshayah aham adir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashah." So Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter says that "Na me vidu suragana." Suragana means demigods. Na me vidu, they cannot know me. Prabhavam na maharshayah. Even the sages, great sages, they cannot understand me. Why? Why is it that they cannot understand? Aham adir hi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasha. Because I am the source of all the demigods and maharshis. So Krishna says, even demigods cannot understand me. The great sages cannot understand me. Then how is it possible for us to understand? So the first letter in the word great is G, which says Krishna is glorious. His glories are unlimited. Second letter is R. R stands for ruler. He is the ruler of all worlds. He is the supreme controller. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So he is the ruler of everything. Everything is controlled by him. As he says in Bhagavad Gita, Mattah partaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. So nothing is superior to me. Mattah parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. So there is nothing superior to him. He is the supreme controller. That is why he is called Ishvara. We are also controllers. We are small controllers. But Krishna is the supreme controller. Like we control, say, a person is in the family, he controls a family. Or you may be a leader of the society, you may control the society. You may be a leader of the nation, you may control a nation. But in Krishna is the supreme controller. Ishvaraha Paramah Krishna. And that is for R. So we are trying to understand word great. I hope you all will remember, because after the lecture I'll ask you. And yeah, at least this you can explain what is the meaning of the word great. So great, G stands for, as I said, glorious. R stands for ruler. And then E stands for eternal. Krishna has no beginning and no end. He exists eternally in the past, present, and future. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Ajopi sanna vyayatma bhutanam ishvaropi san prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavamya atma mayaya. So he says Ajopi. Aja means he is unborn. He appears on his own will, Atma Mayaya. So Krishna is eternal. What is the meaning of being eternal? It just doesn't mean that Krishna is always there. It also means Krishna is always with us. That is the meaning of being eternal. Even in our previous life, we were in different body, or even suppose due to some of our sinful activities, we were in hell. Krishna was there with us as a friend, Suhridam. So Krishna is always there with us. Being eternal means what? Just imagine who can be always with you, even in your previous life or the life before that. Krishna was always there. So that is why he is the friend. People just glorify Krishna and just say Tumeva Mata Pita Tvameva Bandhu Sakha Tvameva. But it is not just for glorifying, it is for understanding. He is always there for us. Just imagine who can be always with us. Even in hell, we were suffering, Krishna was there. Don't worry, it's only for some time. Wow, we'll go out. So Krishna is always there. Whenever we are in trouble, we may feel that Krishna has left us. He never leaves us. That's a nice story about a person who was fully dedicated. And he said, okay, Krishna is there with me. So how do I know? He was walking. So when he was walking, he could see one more imprints of the steps. So he could know, okay, Krishna is walking with me. So after some time, the difficult portion came. It was very difficult to walk there. And he saw only one pair of legs going there, only one pair of signs on the mud. So then he was very much disturbed that when trouble came, Krishna left me. Before that, he was there with me, and now he left me. How is it? So he asked Krishna, and Krishna says that I didn't leave you, I lifted you. That is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Vahami aham. I will carry what you lack. So Krishna is like that. He's a loving father. He is a loving person. He loves us. It is only that we have to turn to him. We have forgotten to turn to him because we have so many other things to turn to. We feel that this person can save us, this, my money will save me, my position, my power, some powerful person will save. This is the symptom of Kali Yuga, that we don't depend on Krishna. But Krishna, whether you like him, you don't like him. Whether you accept him, you don't accept him. He's always with us. That is Krishna. That is eternal. That makes him great. So he's glorious, he's the ruler, he's eternal, and then A stands for all attractive. The very name Krishna means one who attracts everyone. All living being, with his beauty, with his qualities, with his strength, with his love, with his mercy. That is all attractive. Sarvakarshakaha. He draws all the souls towards him. He's like a magnet, pulling everyone, such a powerful magnet. He's all attractive. You see, when he went to the arena of Kamsa to kill Kamsa, he entered the arena and everyone was attracted to him. There were young girls who looked at Krishna and they were looking, oh my God. They were saying, the gopis of Vraja are so fortunate that they were seeing Krishna every day. And then there were elderly gopis who were looking at him as a son. And they were saying, wow, if I had son like this. Then there were friends who were looking at him. So everyone was attracted to Krishna. And this we see throughout. Krishna is so attractive. Wherever he goes, wherever he stays, he attracts everyone. Then the question comes, why our heart says not attracted to Krishna? He is so all attractive. Why am I not attracted to Krishna? Because I'm attracted to so many other things. If given a choice, you were told, okay, you have a program, you have a class at 7 o'clock, you have to attend. Some person will be speaking on Bhagavad Gita. And the choice is, you can join some other program where we are going to have a party, and then after the party, each of you will be given 1 crore rupees. So where will you go? I know there is no question of thinking. You'll go to the party, obviously. No Bhagavad Gita, that we can hear later also. YouTube pe rahega, whatever, we don't bother, but we can do that. But this is what we all think. So why we are attracted? I request all of you to please keep your audios on mute. Don't unmute in between the class. So, yeah, I was saying that because we do not understand the importance. So now question is, if Krishna is all attractive, why am I getting attracted to money? Why am I getting attracted to fame? Or why am I getting attracted to famous personalities? Like, okay, we had a class here at 7 o'clock. At the same time, in your neighborhood, a very famous film star was coming. And then what would you do? Do you still attend Bhagavad Gita? No. So why am I not attracted to Krishna? The reason is not that Krishna doesn't have the power. The reason is our heart is rusted. You know, iron filings or iron, when you keep iron and magnet together, iron has a natural tendency to be attracted to magnet. So Krishna is a very powerful magnet and we are like iron. We should naturally be attracted. But if iron is rusted, then even if you keep it very close to the magnet, it doesn't get attracted. So why we don't have attraction to Krishna? Because our heart is rusted. There is rust of lust. So we need to remove it, and then by the process of bhakti, and we'll always be attracted to Krishna. So Krishna, that's his greatness. He's glorious, he's ruler, he's eternal, he's all attractive, and T stands for transcendental. Krishna is beyond everything. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjanam. Krishna says, just by knowing this, that my birth, my activities are transcendental, one can be liberated. Janma karma chame divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti. You don't have to take birth again. So that is Krishna. He's glorious, he's a ruler, he's eternal, he's all attractive, and he's transcendental. Transcendental means he's beyond this material world. Still he comes to this material world, not because he needs something. Don't think that he's not getting something to eat there in the spiritual world. And so, he's coming here begging you, okay, can you prepare some bhoga for me and please, I will have it. No, he doesn't need to. Why should he come to a place where people don't want him? There are people, if you do some kirtan, then they'll file a case. And then there'll be a ruling, okay, you can't do kirtan. Prabhupada was speaking in a lecture. There was problem going on in our Jihu temple initially when Prabhupada was there. They were not allowing. And so Prabhupada says in a lecture that whenever there is kirtan, Krishna has come. Prabhupada says this, Krishna has come to sit here, but you don't want him to sit here. Whenever we do kirtan, you go and complain in police that kirtan is nuisance. So, Krishna is transcendental, beyond all these things. And he can take us beyond this material world. That is the benefit. See, if we are talking of the qualities of Krishna, what is the use? Krishna may be transcendental, Krishna may be glorious, Krishna may be ruler of all the world, he may be eternal. What is the use to us? Of all his qualities, of all his opulences, there is one opulence which is the basis of all the opulence, without which nothing has value, and that is called mercy. Krishna is made up of mercy. If we say like this, there is nothing wrong. He's made up of mercy. So what he gives is only mercy. And being transcendental means mercifully he can take us beyond. We are saying Janma Karma Chame Divyam. That is Krishna's Janma Karma, not our Janma Karma. Our Janma Karma are not Divya, right? We are just wasting our time in this world if we are not performing devotional service. It is said that when Krishna performs activities, we call it pastimes. Krishna's pastimes. And when we perform activities, it is called time pass. That's all in this world, nothing else. It is not our pastime. Don't think we are doing a pastime here. We are just doing time pass. So we should engage ourselves in Krishna's devotion, and he can take us beyond this material world. What is this material world where we have to go on suffering? Shankaracharya says, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam, Iha Sansare Bahudustare, Kripya Pahi Pari Murare. He says, this world is not a place to live. Again and again you have to take birth. We have forgotten, all of us have forgotten the misery of this birth which we have taken. You see, when the child is born, we celebrate, right? But the child is crying. When the child is born, he cries, and if he doesn't cry, he is hit. He's slapped. Okay, come on, cry. And when he cries, then he says, yes, welcome to the material world. So this is the world where we are in. And there is so much suffering. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is explained when the child is in the womb of the mother, he suffers like anything. And then he sees God, he sees Krishna, and he pleads, he prays to Krishna, please take me out. I promise I will never take birth again. This is the promise which we all have given to Krishna. That I promise I will never take birth again. I will perform your bhakti and go back home, back to Godhead. Please, please, please take me out. There's a very nice bhajan which Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written. And he puts in this whole thing in a nice bhajan he has put. Janani jathare chilam jakhana bisham bandhan pashe ek bar Prabhu dekha diya more. So he says, in the womb of the mother, Visham bandhan pashe, I was tied up. Ek bar Prabhu dekha diya more. You came once, Krishna, and I promised you. But then what happened? He says, Janam hailo podi maya jale sansar lagilo bhala. That I took birth, and then there was this illusion all around, and this world started looking very nice, wonderful world. I don't have to do worship. I can stay here. Jeena yahan, marna yahan, iske siva jana kahan. No? So Krishna is someone who can take beyond this material world. So now, understanding the greatness of Krishna, we know great, how with the word great, what is our responsibility? Now we know, okay, Krishna is great, he has this qualities, everything. What is our responsibility? Our responsibility is to become great. Krishna is great, our responsibility is to become great. Let us try to understand how we can become great. Again, the same word we will use, great, G-R-E-A-T. We used for Krishna. Now what is our responsibility? We should become great. How we can become great? G stands for gratefulness. So when you are a devotee, when you're trying to worship Krishna, first thing you should develop, if you really want to become great, a devotee doesn't become great by the power of money he has, by the power of influence he has, by the power of followers he has. That's why Mahaprabhu says, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitam va jagadish kamaye. So how does a devotee becomes great? How can we become great? Understanding Krishna's greatness. First, G, grateful. Always acknowledge Krishna's mercy in every situation. Remain thankful in every situation. Krishna, whatever you have given me is for my purification, good or bad. And this is what Brahmaji explains in Srimad Bhagavatam when he prays to Krishna and he says, Tatte nukampam susamikshmano bhunjanevatmakritam vipakam hridvagvapurбhi vidadhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadaibha. Brahmaji says that one who understands tattenu kampam, whatever it is a mercy of the Lord. And he is very grateful. Tattenu kampam susamikshmano bhunjan evatma kritam vipakam hridvag vapurabhi vidadhan namaste. He always offers gratitude to God, gratitude to Krishna, that whatever you have given, good or bad, this is your mercy. That is the mood one has to develop. Because one time Srila Prabhupada was Prabhupada's disciple, one of Prabhupada's disciples. He was cutting vegetable for the Lord. And his finger got cut. So he came running to Srila Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I was cutting vegetable for the Lord, not for me. Why did my finger got cut? And Prabhupada said, due to your karma, your head was to be chopped off. But because you are serving the Lord, only your finger has been cut off. This is called Tattenu Kampam Susamikshmano. Everything is mercy of the Lord. This is how we should see the situation. We should not blame God for everything. Oh, this thing has happened. I offered you so many coconuts every day. And still, I lost my money. We should not blame God. Everything is His mercy. One who understands this, Brahmaji says, liberation becomes his right. It's your right then. You don't have to run after liberation. Tattenu kambam susamikshmana bunjane vatmakritam vipakam Ridvag vapurbi vidadan namaste jive toyu mukti pade sadai bhag. Dai bhag means it's your right. What is your right? Mukti pad. Just by being grateful to Lord. This is the first quality a devotee should have. If you really want to be great, yes, so be grateful. Every situation be grateful. And Krishna will definitely shower mercy. I usually tell one story when I speak about this particular quality, that there was a king and a minister. The minister had this habit of saying, whatever Krishna does is for the best, is good. So one time, and minister used to be always with the king. Wherever king used to go, minister used to go. So one time they both went to some place and king's finger got cut. And you can imagine, king's finger got cut. The minister should have offered, oh, sir, I'm so sorry, this, that. He immediately said, whatever Krishna does is good. So the king got very angry. King said, put him behind the bars. How dare he tell me my finger got cut and he's saying it's for good? So he was put behind the bar, minister. The king, after a few days, went for hunting in the forest. And in the forest, there were tribals who wanted to offer a human sacrifice. So they were looking for a man and they got caught hold of this king. And he was telling them, oh, I'm the king. He said, forget it. Chalo, take him. So they took him for sacrificing. They were about to chop off his head. When the leader of the tribes, he stopped. Wait. Look at him. He doesn't have one finger. And we cannot offer a person who's not complete to God, to their God, to goddess or whoever they were offering. So then they said, okay, leave him. So he was left. The king was so happy. And he realized the minister had told that when my finger got cut, whatever Krishna does is the best. And I realized today. So he came running back and he released the minister immediately and told him what happened. But then he asked minister, okay, my finger got cut, it was nice. But when I sent you to jail, you were still saying that whatever Krishna does is for good. What was good in you being in the jail for so many days? Then he told Maharaj, Wherever you go, I accompany you. If I was not in jail today, I would be with you. Your finger is not there, my finger is there. They would have chopped off my head. So I am saved because I was in the prison house. So this is how we understand that whatever is there. So always be grateful to Krishna in every situation. Never blame God for anything. Because whatever he does is for our purification. If he gives us happiness, very nice. If he gives us miseries, very nice. Don't blame God for anything. So that is the first G, first letter in becoming great. Second is R. Okay, we are trying to become great. Krishna is great, and we are trying to become great. So be grateful. Second is R is regretful. A devotee, one who surrenders, he becomes humble and he repents for his past material activities, whatever he did in the past. That is why if you see the Acharya's songs, they always say, I am a very sinful person, please deliver me. I have done this, I have done that. So there has to be regret. If there is no regret, you will not progress. Because you'll think, okay, whatever I did was right. No, there should be regret for our past misdeeds, what we have done. That will make us humble. So we need to be humble and repentance for past material attachments, offenses, sinful life, what we have done. That will help us to go further. That will help us to stop. Unless you have repentance, you will not stop your sinful life. So that is why this regret is very, very important. So we have gratefulness, be thankful to God all the time. In fact, in the gratefulness, in thankfulness, I will say that, if you really want to thank God in every situation, you can start an exercise every day. What you do is go to Krishna every day, and or maybe in your book, if you cannot go to Krishna every day, or stand in front of Krishna and thank him for some things. Start thanking, stop asking. Our problem is from our childhood we have been taught, go to temple, stand in front of God, close your eyes, fold your hands and ask something. Isn't it? This is what is going on. So we need to understand that that's not how it will work. We have to stop asking, and we have to start thanking the God. That is very important. Just give me a 2 minute here, something I have to switch on. So this is required for us, that we should start thanking. So do this exercise. How many of us thank Krishna for having 10 fingers? Right? Have you ever thanked Krishna? Thank you, I have 2 hands. Thank you, I have 2 eyes. Thank you, I have 2 ears. There are so many people out in the world who do not have hands, who do not have eyes. Have we ever thanked Krishna for that? No. We take it very lightly. So start thanking Krishna for this. And so that is called being grateful, and then be regretful that so many years you wasted without serving Krishna, without understanding his greatness, without loving him. We were so engrossed in so many other things that we never looked at him. He was always with us, but we never looked at him. That is regret, should be there. The third is, we're going for great, G-R-E. E is engaged in service. So yes, you should be very grateful. And how do you show your gratefulness? By engaging in service. There is no point just being regretful. Okay, I've done this, I'm a useless person. No, Okay, be regretful, but at the same time, be engaged in service. So if you really want to become a great person, a great devotee, then you should always be engaged in devotional service. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya vasudeva parayanaha. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, it is said that if a person who has adopted complete unalloyed devotional service, Kechit kevalaya bhaktya, so he can uproot the weeds also of sinful action if simply by discharging devotional service. Nihal, so bhaktya, kevalaya bhaktya. Just perform devotional service, just perform the service, and you can be away from your sinful reactions. So E stands for always engaged in service. You should seek out the service of Krishna. See, through service, love comes. The mother usually serves the child, and that is how the love develops. Every mother has done this service to the child, and then the love develops. So similarly, we have to serve the Lord to develop the love. So always be engaged in service. So how will you become great? Be grateful, be regretful, and be engaged in service. And then the word comes is A. A means accepting Krishna's will. Whatever plan Krishna has, accept it. Just go ahead, accepting Krishna's will, accepting Krishna at every step, accepting his mercy, whatever he's giving, accept it. Accepting Krishna's will is very important. As Krishna is keeping you, Maro bhi rakho bhi jo ichha tohar. Krishna, you want to kill me, kill me. You want to protect me, protect me. I don't bother about it. I'm surrendered to you. So this is called surrender. Accept whatever. And then that acceptance will bring the next, and that is called trust. The last letter of word great is T, trusting the Lord completely. This is a symptom of surrender. Rakshishyat iti vishwaso goptrupte varanam tatha. So we should have trust in Lord completely. That's called faith. There should not be any doubt, no sanshaya. So that's required. Trust the Lord completely. So become great by being grateful, by being regretful, by being engaged in service, by accepting Krishna's will, and by trusting him completely. Firm faith should be there. He's there to protect. During the war, when the battle of Kurukshetra was going on, so one night, one evening, Bhishma declared, tomorrow I'm going to kill all the Pandavas. And just imagine who said Bhishma Dev, not an ordinary person. So everyone was disturbed, including Krishna. So Krishna was in tension. Oh, tomorrow he's going to kill my devotees. How should I protect? Arjuna was sleeping. Obviously, it was night time, so Arjuna was sleeping. And Krishna was walking from here to there and here to there. Okay, what will happen? And he looked at Arjuna. Arjuna was peacefully sleeping. No tension at all. So then he went and he woke up. Arjuna, please get up. Arjuna just got up. What happened? The war has started or what? So he said, no, war is, why are you sleeping? Arjuna said, it's night time. I'm supposed to sleep. So he said, don't you know that Bhishma has declared that tomorrow he is going to kill all of you? Are you not scared? Are you not afraid? Are you not in tension? So Arjuna was sleeping. Arjuna said, you are there not to take tension. Let me sleep. And then he slept again. So that's like, Krishna is there. Why bother? Rakshishyat iti vishwaso. He will take care. Prabhupada used to give this example, like when Prabhupada was in family life. One time Prabhupada was traveling in a tram in Calcutta with his young son. So the child was very small, and the conductor came to take the ticket, to ask for the ticket. So then purposely, instead of asking the father, that is Prabhupada, he asked the child. Child was very small, and he said, "Hey, come on, give the ticket, give the money to take the ticket." Now the child didn't have any money. So the child looked at the father, saying, as if he was saying, "He's there, na? Why are you telling me?" So this is how we should have full faith. When Krishna is there, he'll protect. Why bother so much? So that is how Krishna is great, and we should also become great by developing this quality. And we should understand that the real greatness of Krishna is that in spite of being so great, he becomes subordinate to his devotees. He was ready to drive the chariot of Arjuna. And what a way he became a driver. There is a description in Mahabharata. The day the armies were going from palace to the ground for fighting, this was on Kartik Purnima. The army started going. The fight was started only on Gita Jayanti day. But Kartik Purnima, they started moving. So everyone was waiting from in the Pandava side, everyone was there and they were waiting for Arjuna, because Arjuna, everyone knows he's the hero. We are going to win the war because of him. Even Krishna was waiting because driver has to wait. Krishna was waiting and Arjuna came. So Arjuna came, everyone, glorified him. And then he wanted to climb on the chariot and there was nothing to climb. And can you believe what Krishna did? Krishna had his hands like this, holding it like this. Arjuna, okay, you put your legs here and then climb on the top. That is Krishna. So that is his greatness. That he's so great. He has created the material world. He's glorious. He's so many things we have discussed about him. He's eternal. He's ruler and this and that. But he becomes subordinate to his devotees. When he was very young, his father Nanda Maharaj used to tell him, "Go and get my chappals, go and get my slippers." And then he'll go. He was very small. He'll go running and then he'll lift them. And he was not able to, very small. So he'll put them on his head. And the Maharaj slippers, he'll put them on his head and he'll try to get it slowly like that. That is greatness of Krishna. When gopis used to tell him that, okay, Krishna, we are going to give you one sweet, one, not even one, half a sweet, but you'll have to dance for it. Krishna used to dance. Can you believe it? Krishna, who makes the entire world dance, and he's dancing just for half a sweet. That is his greatness. He stands in your house as a deity, and then if you have deity in your house, sometimes you offer at 2 o'clock, sometimes you offer at 5 o'clock, sometimes you offer at 8 o'clock, whatever time, and he's just waiting. That is his greatness. So his greatness is definitely that he is a creator, he is a controller, he is the enjoyer. But his real greatness is that in spite of being so great, he becomes subordinate to his devotee. He takes orders from his devotees. When Rajasuya Yajna was being performed, everyone had got some seva, some service. So Krishna came to Yudhishthir. "Hey Yudhishthir, you didn't give me any service. Everyone, Duryodhan has service, Bhishmadev has service. I don't have service." And Yudhishthir folded his hand. He said, "Prabhu, what can I give you service?" He said, No, I want to do some service. Okay, you choose service, what you want. And do you know what service Krishna took in Rajasuya Yajna? Duryodhan had service. He had to collect all the gifts. So Duryodhan was collecting all the gifts. And some others have other service, taking care of the guests, this, that. What was the service of Krishna in Rajasuya Yajna, where sages from entire universe were supposed to come? His service was, he took the service that he was standing at the gate and washing the feet of the Brahmanas who were coming for the sacrifice. Can you believe? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattah partaram nanyat. We have just heard all this. And he's standing at the gate of his devotee, washing the feet of those who are coming. And that is why Narad Muni came to Yudhishthir. And he said, Yudhishthir, do you know why all these sages have come? Sages from all over the universe, not just earth. They have come here to this sacrifice. Do you know why? Yudhishthir said, yes, I know why. Why? Yudhishthir said, they have come to see Krishna. And Narad said, you are wrong. They have not come to see Krishna. They have come to see you. And Yudhishthir said, why me? Who am I? Krishna is the Supreme Personality. They have come to see him. He said, no. Narad said, they have come to see you because they want to see who is this person on whose door the Supreme Personality is standing and washing the feet of the visitors. Must be a very great person. That is Krishna. That is the greatness of Krishna, and that is his love for his devotees. So we can easily surrender to such a great person. We just heard his greatness. His greatness is not in creating the world, but his greatness is becoming so humble. So we can easily surrender to Krishna by chanting his holy names, which reveals both his greatness and his sweetness. The holy name has a great power that even nuclear weapons don't have. The power to destroy all our negative habits and tendencies. And the holy name is so sweet that you can go on with thousands of mouths, you can go on relishing it. And holy name softens our hearts and redirect our love to Krishna. When our heart becomes soft with love for Krishna, soft like butter. See, Krishna is known as Makhan Chor, butter thief. He's not known as paneer thief or a cheese thief or egg thief. It's a butter thief. Why? It has to be very soft. So when you make your heart very soft like butter, Krishna will come and steal it. That should be our prayer. That Krishna, please come and steal my heart. So let us apply ourselves fully to understanding Krishna's greatness by hearing about him, serving him with love. And this sincere endeavor will qualify us to be the recipient of special mercy and enable us to go back home, back to Godhead. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare